I don't know if you can hear the sound on this video because obviously my phone speaker is kind of shit. So it's your boy Brooklyn. I'm gonna rant a little bit. I'm not gonna take too long on this video because I don't really like to take too long on my videos. Not only that, it's because of my internal storage as well on this shitty phone. But anyway, um, hold on. Let me put this on my hair. Yeah, I'm gonna grow. I'm doing a grow your hair challenge. Um, it's gonna take a long time for my hair to grow, but grow back to the length that it was, or even longer than it was before. Because it was that long before. I used to have like a little short afro. I dyed my hair and then I cut my hair so much. I got the barber to literally shave off all my hair, and this is why it's this length. But it's growing. Look, it's growing. It's growing. It's growing. I'm gonna keep letting it grow. Because I wanna grow it to a certain length, and then put like put some extensions in it. Get the hairdresser to like put some extensions and cane roll the extensions in. Make her like a um a cornrow man bun, because that's the style that I've been after for a while now. And then get the barber to shave the side back and shave the shape, like do back and shave the back and side so that you know. Hold on. Oh my god. I want just the side and the back shaved. So like I want it to like a mid fade. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to you what I want to talk to you about in a second. Give me a second. Anyway, this is what I wanted to talk to you all about. So, I'm Brooklyn, and as you all know, I'm trans. Okay? As you know, anyone that knows me personally, that's known me for a very long time, should know me very good. Should know me very, 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 very good. But a lot of people that say they know me, they really, really don't. The only deity and or person that knows me down to the letter T is God. He knows my soul, he knows my mind, he knows my intentions, he understands the way I feel, he understands why I say things, the way I say things and everything else, and the reasons behind why I say things the way I say them and how I say them, the reasonings behind everything and all my decisions that I make in my life. He knows better than anybody, okay? The second person who is now a spirit now, who knew me from inside out and understood me more than the next person, more than anybody else did, was my mom, and she's now no longer with us since the 18th of September last year. She's not last year, the year before last. She's no longer with us. Okay, so my radiator's on. Oh, oh, kind of. Okay, so If you hear like cars and stuff like that in the background, it's because I just opened the window because it's really hot in here. Actually, hold on, let me take off because I'm really hot. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so when my thing, one of my pet hates is when people come to me and act like they know me inside out and act like they know everything about me and the decisions I make and why I do them, and tell me how to feel, tell me what to think, tell me how to behave, tell me that I'm wrong and they're right and all this other stuff, um, and literally like how to explain it, literally overlook the type of person I really am. Okay, I hate that. It's one of my pet hates. Do not go on and talk like you know me, because you don't. You know, the thing is, okay, the thing is, and this is real, what's real. This is how it is, okay? Let's be real. It's time for rehab time now. Let's be real. Let's be real, okay? Even the people that have known you for years, even your own family, they say they know you, but they really don't. You don't know me. You don't understand my kind of thinking. You don't understand you, and even you're not 24. You're not 24/7 with me 24/7 to know what I'm about, to know how I feel. You're not inside my mind, inside my body, inside my heart to know how I feel, to know why I think the way I think, to know why I feel the way I feel. Do you get what I'm saying? People accuse me of being fake, two-faced, cheater, player, hoe, a manhole, a manslag, whatever the fuck you want to call me. But let me tell you something. No one, and don't let anybody dictate who you are. Don't let anybody tell you who you are and how you feel and and what to think. You, only you alone as an individual know how you are, how you think, how you feel. Only you as an individual standing there in one body know your own intentions, know your decisions and the reasonings behind your decisions. Only you know that. Don't let anybody dictate who you are. Don't let anybody dictate how you're meant to feel. Oh, you're meant to be like this because of this. Oh, you think like this because of this. Or this is how it is because of this. Like, seriously, like, if I make a decision, if you make, especially being trans, and you're transitioning, and you're medically transitioning, let me tell you something. Don't let your family or your friends tell you that, oh, well, I get how you feel, and yeah, you're transitioning, it's your decision, but when you change, what about how, you know, your parents feel and stuff? They're going through that whole thing about they're going through freaking they're grieving over their child that they've lost. Listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. You haven't lost your child. Your child ain't dead. Your child, the only thing that's different is the child, your child's gender is different. Their identity their gender has always been the gender they identify as. Some don't come to that realization till later life. Some come to that don't come to that realization till early in their life. But whenever they come to realization that their gender identity is as such, okay, that they're trans and whatnot, or they're lesbian, or they're bisexual, or they're whatever, okay, then you should respect that. Me transitioning is not about my parents. It's nothing to do with my parents. Me transitioning is my decision. Me transitioning is not about, see, it's not about my parents. You see, once you become a parent to a child, it's not about you anymore. It's about your child. It's about your child's happiness. You bring up your child to be a, you should bring up your child to be a decent person in society. You get me? Bring up your child, yeah, to be a decent, genuine person, innit? Okay? Love your child, respect your child's decisions and wishes, especially, especially when they come of age, okay? When they come to that legal age, alright? Because once they're at that legal age, they have the right to make their decisions, whether you don't agree with it or not. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you don't agree with their intentions, whether you don't agree with what they do, whether you don't agree with, you don't have the same upbringing, or you don't have the, you don't have the same what's the word I'm looking for? You don't have the same outlook on life, the same perceptions on life. That don't mean you should disrespect your child. That don't mean you shouldn't be there for your child and support your child. You might not accept your child being transgender. You might not accept your child being lesbian. You might not accept your child being gay. You might not accept your child being bisexual or whatever. You might not accept your child being whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? But at least respect their identity, because your identity as an individual is a part of you, of who you are. Your identity is the whole picture of who you are. Your identity is what makes you who you are. Your identity is stored in your brain, is in your brain. When you express it outwardly, okay, to society, people should respect that. People have to respect that. Why? Because that's who they are. There's no there's no rich way about it. There's no rich way about it, really. There's no rich way about it. I can't really explain it any more further. My gender identity is who I am as a person. My name, Brooklyn Anthony Reed Ray, is who I am as a person, who reflects who I am, represents my identity. If you can't respect that as a parent, you ain't acting like a proper parent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said it. There you go. I said it. I said it. You ain't a good parent if you, to your child, if you can't respect their identity. I said it. There you go. I said it. Even as a family member, there you go. I said it. Come for me. I said it. Come to me. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. I don't care. I said it. I said it. I said it. Okay? I hate how adults, yeah, that are, the previous generation of adults make everything about them and their generation, how they were brought up and their views. I hate how they make it all about them, and they stick up for each other. Do you not see how? Do you not see how the other generations, the previous generations of adults, they stick up for each other? They do. They do. You think they will look at me. They will watch this video and say that I'm wrong. But I really don't care if you said I'm wrong. That's your thing. That's your opinion. You said I'm wrong. It's your opinion. Just tell me how I'm wrong. Just tell me why you think I'm wrong, okay? That's all I'm asking from you. Just tell me why. If you watch this video and you say that I'm wrong, tell me why you think I'm wrong. That's all I'm asking. But anyway, adults of the previous generation, they all stick up for each other. Even they're not saying it out loud in so many words, but they stick up for each other. That's all they do. They stick up for each other. And it's because they have the same views. It's because they have the same, like views on life, maybe culturally, maybe about the younger generation. They have the same views on the younger generation. Oh, teenagers these days, kids these days, they do this, they do that, they like this, they like that. Not every young person is like the next young person. Me, I'm young. I'm 27 years old. Okay, I'm 27 years old. But still respect me as a person. Just because of my age, just because I'm younger, way younger than you, still respect me. Okay? Treat me like I'm a human being. Still, do you get me? Alright? Another thing is people are the older generation, okay? They, majority of them, not all of them, majority of them, because some of them are chill, yeah? Majority of them are so not chill. Majority of them don't respect you until you reach 30, or until you reach until you reach 40 years old, until you got a job, until you become a parent, until you have your own place, until you are married. They don't respect you until you have it. Let me repeat that. They don't respect you until you hit 40 years old. They don't respect you until you have children of your own. They don't respect you until you have a job. They don't respect you until, and your views and your identity or whatnot, until you are married, until you have your own house or your own flat. Which is very absurd. Okay, it's absurd. It's absurd. I think that's not right. You should respect them regardless of them having a job. You should respect a person regardless of them having a job, regardless whether they're married or not, regardless whether they got children or not, regardless whether they got a proper flat or not. Do you know what I mean? Because take me for example. I live in a shared accommodation. Okay, I live in a shared accommodation. I still haven't got my life right yet, and I'm 27 years old. It's 2019 now. Do you know what I'm saying? I still haven't got it yet. I still haven't got my own flat yet. I still haven't got a job. I still haven't got a job yet. I'm looking for a job. I'm trying my best to look for jobs. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm trying my best to look for jobs. Wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, people. Hold on. Let me pause this video. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just had to like double check certain things. I don't want to miss my job setting appointments because I just go out of my mind. Anyway, so what was I saying? So see, this is my thing. Like my mental health makes me like forget what I was about to say. Like where I left off from. I can't remember. Anyway, another thing that pisses me off is, and I'm not sexist, okay? I'm not sexist, alright? I'm not sexist at all. I can't remember. I remember what I was talking about before. I do remember. I'll talk about that after. Anyway, I'm not sexist at all. Like, I'm pansexual, man. I dig all types of people, all genders, whatever. But most women and men, you can agree with me on this. Most women What do? They moan all the fucking time. They yabbity 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 yap all the time, and they're bitchy. They bitch about everything, and they go too deep, and they go, well, not too deep, like, 'cause I go deep. I'm blunt as a fucking knife, you know, as a bread knife, you know what I mean? But they go way overboard with things. They talk about things that they don't know. They talk about things that they think they know, but they obviously don't know. They talk about things that they don't need to talk about. They debate and rant about things that they don't need to rant about. But they don't. But there's like, it's like what women do. It's like, let me show you some. It's like, see this glass here? It's empty, right? It's empty, right? They put thin air. They will put thin air into a fucking empty glass. That's how women are. They put thin air in empty glass. Now, not all women. Some women are chill. Some women are very chill. Okay? Some women are very chill. But majority of women of the human population are so bitchy and just go OTT. Oh well, I know you done this and you're like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, what the fuck? Oh, but you did this and you did that. But hang on a minute. Where's the proof? And also, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, when did I do this? What time? What day? Like, what are you on about, woman? Do you know what I mean? You just think to yourself, gosh, like, you remember that scene in The Simpsons, and I think it's in the Simpsons movie or the main Simpsons series. I mean, Marge talks and talks and yaps at Homer, tells Homer off, and Homer is just standing there like looking at her, acting like he's listening, but obviously not, because in his there's that thought bubble that comes up, and in the thought bubble is the monkey clapping the cymbals, and he's just like looking at her like, and it's just like, and he's just looking at her like. Like, as it's to say, he's not listening. She's yapping on, and all she's talking about is, all he can hear is from her mouth. You know, like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just how us men are, but I just like feel like women just go too much into things. They reach for nothing. They reach for thin air. They reach for emptiness. They reach for thin air. This is what you're reaching for. This is what you're reaching for. There's nothing there. Shut up. And this is what I have a problem with. Now, I've just fallen out with a friend. I'm not gonna name names. I've just fallen out with someone. Well, with someone who I considered as a friend, and for they were just acting like a typical fucking woman. And you know what? I'm actually like finding it funny now. Like, before I was pissed off and I got really annoyed and stuff at her. But I actually find it funny now, not in a bad way, but I find it funny in a slight, in a in between way, not bad, not good way, but I find it funny in a in between way, because I'm just like, but she's just acting like a typical woman. Why am I getting mad at her for acting like a typical woman? Guys, don't get mad at women for being typical women and acting like typical women, because that's just the way they are. That is just the way they think, that is just the way they feel, and that is just the way they are. Yes, it's annoying as fuck. Yes, I understand. Yes, 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 that you feel like getting the freaking mask tape and just putting it around on their mouth so they can shut the fuck up. Yes, and sometimes you also feel like you just want to grab their hands behind their back and tie up their hands and just tie them to a pole so they don't get out. and you want to freaking put a blindfold across their eyes, but you can't do that because that's BDSM, forcing BDSM on the woman. You can't do that, and you also can't do that because that's against the law. But women are women, men are men. We're two different genders of society, stereotypical genders of society, male and female. That's how females are, and men are how men are. Women can say all the fucking women can bitch about men, and men can bitch about women to the end of time. But you gotta think, that's just how they are, and that's, not all men are stereotypical men, how stereotypically men act. Not all women are stereotypical women and how stereotypical women act. Not all. You do get some chill people, you know what I mean? But like, my thing is, do not come after me. Do not think you can come after me if you know I'm going to come after you back. Don't, and the human you know why I don't like the human population? I'm here myself. But you know why I don't like the human population? Because you can't trust nobody in this world. You can't trust nobody 100%. Never put your whole 100% heart into somebody, into another human being, because somehow, no, it ain't. For my dad, somehow they will let you down, or reject you, or lie, or somehow they will leave you. When someone says to me, and this is the thing I don't understand, you see, before I go into this, I'm going to tell you, okay, I'm not religious, okay, I just believe in, like, some people just believe in a higher power, some people believe in God. I believe in God, I believe in the devil, I believe there's a God, and I believe there's a devil, okay? I believe God exists and Satan exists. I believe, so that's just me. But God is love. God equals love. Love equals God. God is love. God's kind of love is not like a human love. He loves unconditionally, but it's deeper than unconditional love. His love goes deeper than unconditional love. Let me tell you about God. Let me tell you about love in general, because God is love. Love does not judge. Love does not condemn. Love does not, point fingers and accuse. Love don't lie. Love don't cheat. Love don't see your bank accounts. Love, you can't buy love. Love comes in different shapes and forms, but love is infinite. Love is everlasting. Love conquers all. Love trumps hate. Love trumps everything, whether you like it or not, or you want to admit it or not. Love don't see no gender. Love don't see no race. Love don't see money. Love don't see height. Love don't see age. Love don't see any of that. Okay? When you love, you're also meant to forgive. Love is kind. Love is blind. Love is slippery. Let me tell you something. Let me show you something. See this soap, bar of soap? When wet, when dry, you can take hold of it. When dry, you can take hold of it. You can hold it in your hand for dear life. But when soaking wet, it's slippery. It falls out your hand so easily. Okay, it's hard to grab hold of and keep hold of. That's what love is. That's how love works. That's how love is. You can't just say you love somebody, because it's easy to slip away. Love comes and goes, but it's easy to slip away. It's easy. But with God, love is always there. God ain't never going to leave you. You can trust God 1,000%. Because God ain't never gonna leave you. He ain't never gonna reject you. He's always gonna forgive you. He's always gonna love you, no matter who you are, no matter how much you curse him, no matter if you mean it or not. You know, I could tell God till I'm blue and purple and pink and yellow in the face, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But God sees different. God forgives no matter what. Because he knows you are a human being. He knows that you are not like him in his ways. Every human being has a stain of sin in their DNA, in their human DNA. Every human being is a sinner. Everyone is a sinner, but God is not a sinner. God is love. And God's love goes deeper than human love. A human being at some point will walk away from you. A human being at some point will reject you. A human being at some point will make promises they can't keep. Somewhere along which brings me to my next point, somewhere along the line, you're going to leave me because you're human. Because you're human. It could be anything to make you leave me. There could be any reason why you're going to leave me at some point in my life. In the space of time we've known each other. It could be death that tears us apart. It could be love it could be not really love, but it could be another human being that tears us apart. It could be a lawsuit that tears us apart. It could be money that tears us apart. It could be anything in the world. But one day, at some point, you are going to leave me. I can't stand it when someone says to me, oh, I'll never leave you. Oh, I will always be there for you. And then next minute, they're not there. And some people even get upset because when that person leaves, because they want that person to be there the way they want that person to be there. For example, I want my dad to be there for me, and in a way, I just want him to support me. I want him to I need him to be around me. Not often, but at least be around me. I want him to, sit there and listen to me and stop talking and yapping like a woman. You're not a woman. You are not a woman. You are a man. Don't talk like it and act like you're a woman, because you're not. Okay? But I want him to be there in a certain way, but he's not there in the way that I want him to be. And I get upset with that, because I think to myself, this ain't right. Like, this to me don't feel right. Like, it don't feel like you're a parent. It don't feel like you're treating me like I'm your child. So a lot of people get upset with people because they're not there in the way that they expect them to be there for that person. So it's just kind of like that. But my thing is, don't ever make promises to me that you cannot keep. You can't promise to me that you will always be there for me, because you're not always going to be there for me. Because death will tear us apart, and I'm going to be left in this world, and you're going to die, and that means you've left me. And I'm going to be sitting here well, the person, well, Hey, they said they're always gonna be there for me, and not now because they did. Or or you say you're my friend. You say you're my friend, but you let money come in between our friendship. Psh, we were never friends in the first place. Because if you can let money come in between our friendship, we were never friends in the first place. Don't make promises you can't keep. I'm never going to leave you. Not even money's going to come in between us. But you let money come in between our friendship. Soon as your eyes filled up with the little pound signs, you're gone. Now the benefit ain't now the benefit run out, you gone. Don't make promises you can't keep. Okay, don't ever make promises to me you can't keep. Don't start. Don't do it. Okay. You said you're not. You said you're my friend, and you're never gonna leave me. You're always gonna be there to support me. You're gonna be there to look after me physically. But you let some pussy get in the way of that, and now you're not here no more. But hang on a minute. What happened to the promise that you made to me? Promise, and you know what people need to realize. Promises. You don't have to say I promise to do this to make a promise. You say from the moment you say I will do this and that and the other, you've made that is a promise. That is a promise. Just like threats. From the moment you say, you know what, I'm gonna do this to you, you know what? I dare you to do this. I dare you to come at me and see what happens. Those are threats and promises in one freaking sentence. You don't have to say the two words I promise. You don't have to. That I promise don't have to come out your mouth to make a promise. Once you say something that you're going to do or not do, you've made that promise, and I'm going to hold you to that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to hold you to that. I will hold you to that, and I'll watch you and I'll see if that's actually going to happen. You say you're not going to leave me, and money ain't going to come in between our relationship. You don't care about money. You're there for me for the long haul. You're there to protect me. You're there to love me. You're going to be there for me. But I'm going to hold you to that, and I'm going to watch and see. Okay, really? Okay. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And mainly 90% of me is gonna put my trust into you and actually hold it and actually hold you to that and actually believe your ass. But that 10% remainder left says, I don't believe you, I don't trust you. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that promise that you made. I'm gonna hold you to that. And then next thing you know, I don't see you anywhere. You don't call, you don't write, you don't text, you don't visit no more like you used to. Why is that? Is that because money came into the problem? You so pound sized that you gone now. You're not there for me no more like you promised. I trusted you with that promise. I trusted you. I believed you when you said that you'll be there for me, but nothing, not even money will come in between us. But you not there for me no more because of the money. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't make promises you can't keep. Don't make promises you can't keep. Don't. Even if you say, well, like for example, my dad's saying he's gonna fucking move back to Jamaica. You know, I'm making it sound like he ain't gonna take me. But guess what? I can be between the lines. I know you're trying to say you're gonna fuck off and move to Jamaica and not take me with you, and you're not gonna come back. That's what I hear you say, without you actually saying you're not gonna take me with you and you're not gonna come back. He said what he verbally said using words. This is what he used. This is the words he used. I'm going to move to Jamaica, okay, and not come back. Straight after the fact that he knows, and that I said I'm going to go on testosterone and I'm going to transition and there's going to be changes. Just after I said that, oh, I'm moving to Jamaica and I'm moving back to Jamaica and I'm not gonna come back because he's from Jamaica. I'm not gonna come back. But I can read between the lines, because I know what you're thinking. You're also saying that you're gonna move to. Not only are you saying that you're gonna move to Jamaica, back to Jamaica, and you're not gonna come back, but you're saying that you don't want to take me with you. You're not gonna take me with you. Not that I want to go with him to Jamaica. I don't want to go anywhere with him. I don't trust his ass. I know he's my dad, but I don't trust his ass. I'm not going to go nowhere with him because he's going to start controlling. I imagine if I moved to Jamaica with him and I lived in the house with him forever, I'm going to live there, and he's going to use that excuse to control me. No way. I don't want to move to Jamaica with you anyway. Fuck your Jamaica. Fuck your Jamaica. Fuck it. Fuck you, Jamaica. I don't want to move there with you, ever. You move to Jamaica. You fuck off to Jamaica. Go. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Arrivederci. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Okay? Goodbye. Bye. Don't come back like you said, like you promised. When you make a promise and you don't keep it, this is where me and you will have a problem. Flies. This is where me and you will have a problem. If you tell me I'm going to go to the shop and I'm going to buy you a drink, I'm going to buy you a big bottle of pop. You see this bottle of pop here? Let me show you. I don't think you understand where I'm coming from. See this bottle of pop here? Okay? This is nearly £3. This is nearly £3. This is nearly £3. This look, there's the price, £2.39. Nearly £3 for this here buckle of pop here. Big buckle of pop here. Yeah? Right. If you're telling me, because I can see that you're thirsty and you have no drink and you have no money, okay? I am going to do you a favour. Alright, what's the favour? I'm going to go to the shop and I'm going to buy you a bottle of pop. This same bottle of pop here, I'm going to go to the garage down the road and I'm going to go and buy you a bottle of pop. But hang on a minute, you know that you've only got £3 for yourself. You know in your head that you ain't gonna spend that £3 on me, whole £3 on me. You know in your head that you ain't gonna spend that whole £3 on me, even the £2. Maybe you got £2 left in your pocket. You know you're not gonna spend that whole £2 on me because you ain't got no money left. You ain't got food for yourself either and drink for yourself either. You're actually going to shop for yourself. Only because I said I'm thirsty, I got no money for drink. You said, okay, well, I'm about to go to shop, so I'm gonna spend this last I'm gonna spend this last £3 that I have on you and buy you this big bottle of pop here. It's nearly £3 odd, yeah? And buy you a drink and come back and buy you a drink. An hour later, I'm still waiting for this bottle of pop. Don't make promises you can't keep. Don't. Because everything that people say, I hold them to. I hold them to it. I'm going to take your word for it. Because I've got no choice. Because that's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. It does not mean, I repeat, it does, and I'm going to emphasize on the does not part of the sentence that I'm about to describe. It does not mean that I believe what you say in any way, shape, or form. I'm just taking your word for it. There's a difference between believing in the word and taking the word for it. If you tell me something that you say you're going to do, don't tell me things you're going to do and you don't do it. Don't do that to me, because you're making, yet again, you're making promises you can't keep. I'm going to take your word for it, but that don't mean I'm going to believe you. Innit? People misunderstand me so badly. It's unreal. When someone tells me something, okay, when someone tells me something, you could be telling me, oh, fucking, you could tell me, like my last ex literally told me that she is the goddess Bast. She's immortal. She's a goddess. Okay, she has powers. I didn't believe her. I took her word for it. Because she said this shit to me. She said this shit all the way through our relationship. Do you get me? So I took her word for it. I was like, okay, well, that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. That's what you believe about yourself. You keep that. You get to keep that. You get to keep that, and I'll take your word for it. But I didn't believe her though, and people were telling me that I believed her. I never believed her.